We're going to talk some stories about major corporations and a little bit of social networking, and we're going to do that next. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers with Geekazine.com. We've got Jeremy Epstein here from Sprinklr. Now you're the VP of
Marketing.
VP of Marketing over at Sprinklr. For those of out there that don't know, what is Sprinklr?
So Sprinklr is designed to help the world's largest companies make sure that they are delivering a consistent, valuable experience to all of their customers, no matter which social touch point, which channel, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, which country, whatever, that they come in. So every single time, the large company, the brand says, it's Jeff. We remember you, Jeff. We have a relationship, and we're going to treat you like someone we care about, as opposed to, here's just another guy, and we're going to pretend like we don't know what we're talking about. That's what we do.
Does that happen a lot, where they're just confused as to who the people are?
Well, not if they're using Sprinklr, of course, but but yeah, obviously, if you're a global company and you're in 100 countries and you have a Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Google+, so on and so forth channel, and people are traveling all over the place, how do they always know, you come in, you're Jeff123 on Twitter in Spain, and then you come in the next week, Jeff E, on the Facebook US page for a specific product. How are they ever going to know it's the same guy and treat you like that guy? Okay. Really difficult to do unless you have one common infrastructure to manage it all and give everybody that information in real time, and that's what we provide.
All right. Well, you have some great stories as to how your software and how your program works across it. So you had one in particular?
Yeah, we're very fortunate to have some great clients like Microsoft and Cisco and Dell and Virgin America. But there was a really cool story with Citi, in fact, where they were able to aggregate their customer service systems from multiple down to one. And as a result, they were able to identify customer service issues faster, route them to the appropriate people within Citi who could respond, get the answers, make sure it was all approved, governance, especially financial services, obviously, and get it back out to customers and do it 20% faster than they were before. Why is that valuable? Because if you as a customer get your answer faster, you're happier, you're more satisfied, you're less ticked off, and you're not going to start a Twitter firestorm against somebody.
Oh yeah, and we've seen how that can actually cause a company, cause them money, and also cause them a lot of pain.
A ton of headache.
So, do you guys, you also work with, if I try to come in and say I'm Jeff and I'm not really Jeff, and that helps with that global reach and finding out fraud and things like that?
It's funny you say that. Certainly, fraud detection can be interesting, but one thing, we had a large retailer that deployed our listening solution to look for how people were feeling about the brand, sentiment, what have you. But what was really interesting is they started picking up keywords and slang words about shoplifting. And they were able to find that people were bragging about the things that were stolen from their store, and as a result, pinpoint who the thieves were, and then work with law enforcement to go and track these people down. Yeah, so it actually had a sort of a measurable impact, totally unexpected, in getting, the bad guys off the streets, so to speak.
Now, you guys at Sprinklr have to be employing your own system to find out who you are. Are there what type of keywords or anything like that do you guys end up following? So let's say somebody's watching this and you throw out a keyword. Let's do that.
Real-time test, huh?
A little real-time test here. Let's see if there's some numbers behind this.
Yeah, fair enough. We're definitely looking at people who are talking about social media, social marketing, social customer care, listening, reporting. People are interested in tying all of social media back to real metrics, like how do I get social ROI, things like that. So we're looking for people who are interested in those types of visual, and specifically, how do you scale that across a global organization? If you are a 3-person company, we're not right for you. But if you're trying to how do I get 1,200 people like Microsoft has on one platform in tens of countries? That's where we fit in. So we're listening for people who are specifically talking about that and delivering a consistent social experience, as it relates to acquisition, retention, things that people care about, at that corporate level.
If somebody's looking for a product like Sprinklr, what's the one thing that they should look for in a company?
Well, I mean, there's obviously a couple components. There's the product, and then there's the people behind the product, I would say. So in the product, I think what's interesting right now is, the key thing is because the arrival of social has fundamentally changed the way that people interact with brands, and it's disrupted them. Why? Because now you and I carry around these super powered, smartphones that in 1 minute, as we discussed, can start off a Twitter firestorm. So the expectations of what kind of experience you as a customer are going to have and that the brand's going to deliver is significantly higher, and the power is all in your hands. It's not in the brand's hand. As a result, brands have to look for an infrastructure, a technology layer that goes across the entire company. You can't just do point solutions and say, oh, this is marketing, this is customer service, whatever. Because if marketing doesn't know that it's the same Jeff who had the issue in customer service and then send you a promotion code, you're like, dude, why the hell are you sending me this? Yeah. Don't you know I was pissed at you? Or on the reverse side, it's like, hey, don't you know I'm like your best fan? Why aren't you treating me that way, right? So that's kind of one. And the second thing is, I think the kind of people, like, I'm very proud. I joined the company, when there were 30 people. Now we have 300. And the company's been purposely built every single day for the needs of the large enterprise out there. We have more people who've done social at large companies than any company in the world. People have done it, places like AT&T and Target and Samsung and all kinds of places like that. They know what they're doing. They've been there. Very few people have that kind of expertise. And the passion at the executive level is just relentless. And I think you'll ask our customers, they'll tell you, like, we're a little insane. But I think it's the combination of, we believe it's the best product, and 6 out of 6 analyst reports have ranked us number 1, so we feel that's good. Our client roster is great, and we have some crazy dedicated people who are exhausted, but we're totally passionate, so it's all good.
Now, I've heard that you've actually just moved into this space, correct?
We did. We recently acquired a company here in Austin called the Dotches Group, and as part of that acquisition, the New York Sprinklr is based in New York City, but as part of that acquisition, we got this wonderful space here in Austin. It's great stuff.
Yeah, I like it. We were having fun. We had a nice get together. Talked to many different people about what their focuses for the future are. Right now you said just New York and Austin first?
We actually have New York, Austin. We have an office in London and 2 offices in India.
Anything coming up that you can talk about right now, or something in the works? Or?
Yeah, well, obviously, people are really excited about the technology that we acquired through this acquisition. I think a couple of things. One, really helping companies with employee advocacy. If you have 30,000 people, how do you activate all those employees to spread the word for you? How do you optimize your content for channels? That's something else. And really, the brand analytics. Social, as you know, is a mirror for how our brand is doing. Sentiment's up, brand's doing well. Sentiment's down, brand's doing poorly. So be able to tie that to actionable information so you can start affecting the way people perceive your brand. Very powerful. So those were key components of the acquisition that we're going to integrate with the other 15 modules that we already have. And we believe it's going to be it's the most comprehensive platform, and it's created the largest independent social relationship platform on the market. So we're pretty excited about that.
One more question, because we got to get going, and of course you got to wear that. My Google Glass are charging right now, so
that's more important.
Yeah. Let's say you get a company and they're just not to the level that you work with, but they really want to feel a little bit safe. What would be the one thing that you tell them to do to continue on?
Yeah, well, we try to provide the type of content that's going to help people learn from all the experiences that we've had, the things that we provide. You have to think enterprise-wide. You cannot think, I'm going to just do social marketing and everything else doesn't matter. That's the prescription for failure. You've got to think social touches every single touch point, and I have to think about managing experiences across those. So start thinking, I need the technology, which we provide, but there's a people side, there's a process side, there's just an organization, cultural change side, all that. And so we're very fortunate that the people who choose us are the kinds of innovators who say, okay, you know what, I'm going to start affecting this change. So I would say start thinking that big broadly and realize, the social era is different than the industrial era, and act accordingly.
Well, Jeremy, thank you very much for your time. Sprinkler.com if they want more information.
Sprinkler, no E, because it's got to be internety, of course. So sprinkler.com. Yeah, definitely.
Well, there you go. I'm going to check it out, of course. And you guys check it out and see how the app, Sprinkler, if they can help you and how they'd help you. Jeffrey Powers with Geekazine.com. We got more video over at South by Southwest. So stay tuned to Geekazine.com and our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Geekazine. Remember the hashtag Geek Out.